Hi, Jim Farmer here. We're talking about eco-leadership and fast-paced future, and it's a critical thinking option. It's option number one for ORG 561 Modern Leadership with Dr. Thomas Woodruff. Again, eco-leadership and fast-paced. The company desires a new direction. They desire a new way of doing things, and eco-leadership is potentially the way to do it. One of the reasons why, it's a direction that you can do a totality of a total and responsive firm and a sustainable firm. Takes into account an entire aspect of many things, the entire world out there and everything about it. It's one of the reasons why we have the tiger as the metaphor. The tiger is very important to various cultures, and it is a classic symbol of strength and power. And it is existing in an entire ecosystem as a unique and powerful entity. And that's one of the things that we're using this as the metaphor for our working with eco-leadership. So as we take a look at what goes on with this, what is eco-leadership and why we want to have it? It's a totality of looking at everything. It's a special way of being responsive to what needs to be done, and it's responsive for fast-paced, because if they're going to use it in the role of industry and leadership in the world, it's key for them to, in fast-paced in your organization, to make sure that you come together to do this project. And with that, as you change your leadership style, eco-leadership is a natural evolution of leadership, and it's a natural evolution at fast-paced is a key to the organizational sustainability. Why fast-paced leadership? Well, because it will help fast-paced interact with their partners. They've got partners around the world. And with China being one of them, it's very important to make sure that they're participating in a new world mentality, in a global mentality, whether Mexico or Germany or China, or the United States. It's a total global economy. We're having to look at it. So eco-leadership is a comprehensive responsive to the need for leadership to recognize fast-paced's role in the industry, technology, and the world. And what it is to the partners? Well, it's a way to engage those partners in a way that is unique and inclusive of their views of the world, and doesn't matter what culture they're in. It looks at all cultures equally as important, and not one culture as being egocentric over the other cultures. That's why we need eco-leadership. It works with our partners in the role as part of a larger system, as an ecosystem. That's one of the things we need to look at. The leadership is working together as an ecosystem. Why do we want to look at it as an ecosystem? If you take a look at this picture, it represents both the upside and the downside, because it is a system within a system. The eco-leadership works as a way that you can look interior to your organization, but also exterior, and be aware of the interactions that go on with the company itself. Eco-leadership ecosystems look both inward and outward to the total world, the social and natural world, whether it's some of the ethical issues that are going on or societal changes. Eco-leadership is one of those ways that you can be very responsive and sustainable to your organization. Eco-leadership also makes holistic connections that allow the firm to adapt and change as needed to be a part of the bigger ecosystem. With that, one of the nice things about it is a connectivity and an interdependence. As you take a look at it working together, eco-leadership is part of a no longer that very vertical pyramid style type of leadership, but it's more horizontal leadership where people are interacting better and interacting more together. They're making determinations for themselves. That's one of the things about fast-paced leadership must recognize the equal worth of all their partners in the global network and work to empower and provide sustainability across the cultures and their environments. Connectivity and interdependence. That's one of the things that with the global partners, you have to be able to adapt and change as needed to be successful, because the world is ever changing. We have a total global economy that things are up one day and down the next. And so that's one of the reasons why eco-leadership is a way to pull together and bring people in to give them a distributed leadership to their employees. It's one of the reasons why we have the tiger and the cub as a metaphor, because the large tiger is leading the cub and helping the cub understand what's going on. The cub is going to have to go off and hunt on its own. And this is where eco-leadership is that part of a distributive system where employees, they're working together as that part of the total company and the total global system. But they're also asked to do what they need to do in the best interest of the firm. They need to look at things and be responsive to what's going on in their area and let leadership know what's happening. It's that empowerment of kind of like the TQM empowerment. In eco-leadership, there's the role of the organizational changes going on. It uses both an inward and outward activity. That's why this image is a great metaphor for what goes on with being able to see inward and outward, being able to see through what's going on, looking at things in a different view. The leader has to make that change and looking at how their company is viewed. It's done by recognizing that the change must occur not only internally to the organization, but it has to be responsive to the outside changing world. That's why we talk about the congruence from what's going on with both the eco leadership, everything else around it, the company as it works together, how it works with its employees and global partners. It's a way that fast-paced can become integrated with the world at large to reflect the values that are needed both internally and within society, and as they're part of society. That's why we need to look at eco-Joes or eco-leadership and what's going on. Speaking of Joes, here's a company that exhibits a lot of eco-leadership traits, Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's has been around for a while. Trader Joe's started off as almost like a 7-Eleven in Southern California, but the modern company looks at a larger picture in sustainability because they look at how things work together, giving things like living wages and asking employees' views on things and working with the crew members all the way up and down the line to help run and manage their own store and what goes on. And they also do sustainable sourcing of products and they're reflective of the communities they live in and what goes on. They're aware of distributed decision making because even products that are in the store shelves are many times voted by team members. And so the crew itself helps determine what each individual store will have and sell. While there are larger implications that may occur, the crew has awareness and distributed decision making on what to do with the organization itself. Another company that exhibits some eco-leadership traits, well, that's Sodexo. Sodexo, you've always thought about it as being a food company, but if they're around the world. 425,000 employees view their sustainability and what goes on as being part of the company's success. They look at their leadership in all areas as being what's important to bringing the company together. The world's changing. Population growth, environmental issues, social issues are changing the way we live and work. And that's from the corporate responsibility page on the Sodexo website. This is the guy who's leading it all, Michael Landau. He's the CEO of Sodexo, and he even was quoted saying, "More than ever before, it has become necessary and even vital to combine progress and purpose. The goal of progress should be to preserve the essence of what it means to be human and to be greater benefit to humanity." If that's not an eco-leadership trait, I don't know what might be. Sodexo devotes time, energy, all sorts of resources to being an eco-leader and a sustainable firm. And this is according to the criteria discussed by Western in the text that we've been using for Organization 5, this class. The company on their own sustainability program, it's a really interesting read, The Better Tomorrow for Everyone. If you take a look at that, it really talks about what Sodexo has going on. So as a summary, the metaphor has been used before. There's a fully integrated ecosystem in which we coexist. This use of eco-leadership is a culmination of a variety of management discourses in a post-industrial global economy. Again, the moon is a metaphor for where are we going to go? What's our future? We really don't know. So again, eco-leadership is more than control. It is looking at how fast-paced will coexist with their partners in the world. Thank you very much. If you need more information on the resources, here you go, the references. And if you need more information, I'll be more than happy to visit with you. Good luck and hope everything goes well. Bye-bye.